Broadcasting live from the Vegas Video Network studios, just steps from the Las Vegas Strip, it's Talktails! And now our host, she's our very own kaleidoscope of talent. What? It's Kelly Clinton!
Welcome. That is such a nice welcome. Welcome to Talktails on the Vegas Video Network. I am your host, Kelly Clinton Holmes, ladies and gentlemen. And I'm not sure if it's just hot in here or if it's actually happening to me right now. Yeah, I am going to audition for Menopause the Musical right after this. I'm so excited about our show today. You know, I say that every week because I love this. This is my favorite. I mean, each week we get to have an interesting guest, talented. And this week it's a young lady who, gosh, I've known her for about 10 years now. And she is currently working with the great Smokey Robinson, traveling the world singing with him. And this is not her first rodeo either, by the way. She started out singing years ago with Gladys Knight, and there's so many great experiences she's going to share with us about her lovely career. She is my friend. She is beautiful, talented actress, singer, songwriter, dancer, teacher, I just found out. Miss Serena Henry is with us today. So talented. I can't wait for you to meet her. But first, I want you to meet another talented young man who we actually, he's so powerful and so strong that we gave him the name Talktails Orchestra. Please say hello to Kenny Davidson, ladies and gentlemen. Ah, little Smokey and the Miracles. Hi, Kenny.
How are you?
I'm great. How are you?
I'm doing great.
I love the way you look, which reminds me, is it okay to call you Kenny Davidson when really, truly your name is Bowtie Daddy?
I like it.
Doesn't he just look like trouble? It's always the innocent ones. Yeah, we're gonna find out about you one day. Mm-hmm. We're gonna get the true story from New York. And they'll say, he's working with you? Do you know about him? Bowtie Daddy, coast to coast. Don't tell mamas.
Mm-hmm. Every Wednesday, every Saturday. And
headlining now at the Tuscany.
At the Tuscany Hotel and Casino Friday nights, 10 to 2.
Who's your guest this Friday
This week will be Gloria Vivolo from Don't Tell Mama.
She's fabulous.
She's awesome.
I met her on a Monday night at the Bootlegger.
Yeah.
She's a great singer.
Yes.
And easy on the eyes, guys. And speaking of easy on the eyes, I'd like to say hello to the creator of the Vegas Video Network, the very handsome and talented Scott Whitney, ladies and gentlemen. You.
Hello there.
Smart, handsome, funny guy.
I want to do an English accent like our guest.
Well,
Do it. Let's do it together. Go.
I don't know what you're talking about. I can't do it right now.
That's shit. I didn't think you'd be.
Did you say?
I didn't think you'd be able to do it.
Did you say a bad word?
I can't. I can say, "Hello, governor." Come on.
Now, let me just say this.
That's all I got.
When I started with you about almost a year ago now, I think it is a year ago.
Has it been
Scott,
that long?
You told me that and every guest that comes in that they can't say words like you just said.
I used to say that, but I've stopped saying that.
Well, why is that? Why can we now curse?
Because no one listens to me.
Talktails has gone blue, ladies and gentlemen.
I've decided to work blue. It's so much more fun.
Well, I think you're in a good mood. I'm not sure.
No, I'm actually in a terribly crappy mood.
Really? Did something happen?
What?
Did something happen to you?
Yes.
Do you want to? Is it something that we can talk about? Is
No.
it something that you're gonna? Are you sure you don't want to talk about?
I do want to talk about it.
You know, my Aunt Mary Jean and my Uncle Tony are psychologists. They studied psychology for many years, and they practiced on me. So why not have me practice on you?
I don't
Scott.
know. First of all, you scared me last week.
Now, you mean because I was a little harsh, a little snippy with you?
A little harsh. That's like the Grand Canyon being a little hole.
I didn't realize the power aura of
I'll be here all week, by the way. Good night.
I gave him a look and he got all upset. And I'm wondering, was this something like from childhood? Did you have an authority figure yell at you and embarrass you
What
and
do
make
you
you
think?
feel?
You know me.
I
You
really
think I
don't.
had people yelling at me as a child? Of course I did.
Well, usually when someone, really excels in life and goes out and builds a network or does something big like that, it's usually because they come from some kind of pain.
Great. That's fucking great.
What kind of show is this with that language? Damn it.
I need to have you as my therapist. You've got 15 voices in your head, and you're going to be my therapist. Oh,
Listen,
my God.
I am completely normal.
What have I done wrong?
I am completely normal.
I know.
And now I am gluten-free.
Oh, really? Well, that makes you. Well, that's why you should be my therapist, because clearly I am not gluten-free.
Well, see, now, I don't know if you know this, Scott, but all the kids are doing it. I found out.
They're also sniffing glue out of bags, but I'm not doing. Wait a minute.
No. Now we understand what happened to him as a young man. Because we heard your New Orleans story, and that was quite frightening. But listen, do you know about this gluten-free thing that's happening? Because
Yep. I do.
I have been trying to get down to a few health issues, which I don't want to talk about, but regardless of what they are, I've been told and advised that gluten-free could change your life.
So have you done it? You've done it.
Well, I've over the last 3 days, 3 hours, 2 minutes and 45 seconds.
Do you feel a difference? We have somebody else on our network who is also completely gluten-free, and he is that way because he says he is allergic to gluten.
Yeah, see, that's the whole thing. Is the only way to really find out is to eliminate gluten from your diet, but you got to give it some time. So I'm trying something new, which is to give it some time. I'm one of those people who will take vitamins for like 2 weeks and then give up and say they didn't work on me. So I'm going to really, my husband and I, Clint is going to ride that non-gluten train with me.
Oh, is he really?
But it's amazing.
Is he doing that, really?
He is. He's a very supportive partner and is not afraid of my little snippy remarks every now and then. He can handle it, Scott.
Is he actually listening to it?
No, that's the secret. That's the secret, is to ignore me completely. How could you call me crazy and be disturbed by me? You are the king of cooking. All right, can we stop it? He's having a meltdown. Oh my goodness, Jacob, has this happened before?
You know what?
All right.
That is a quick way to lose weight, because I was all sweaty and stuff in there.
Well, I'm going to let you know. How long was this other person that's on the network doing the gluten-free before they really saw some difference?
He said it was pretty quick.
Pretty quick?
Right? Like within a month or so?
I think we should. I would love to talk to him sometime. But
I'd rather not commingle my hosts.
oh, is that? I think you're probably right. But let me tell you. Can I tell you some other things that happened?
Sure.
I had a gluten-free salad at the Mirage because I was waiting with my husband and my stepdaughter Brittany and her husband Parker to go to a show that was so great. Do you know who's in town? Nice talking to you.
There's a lot of people in town.
Do you know who just came to town and started a great show at the Mirage?
Yes.
Boys to Men.
I was going to
Do you
say
remember
that.
Boys to Men?
I do. Give me a song.
To the end of the road till I can't let go. It's unnatural. You belong to me. I belong to you. Go to the end of the road till I can't stop.
I'd rather you guys did a little Belle Biv DeVoe.
You know what? Maybe next week. But anyway, Scott.
That one, smack it, rev it down. Do you know that part? I love it. I love that line.
But you know what's so great? It was watching Brittany, who is Clint's daughter, Brittany, enjoy the show so much. She knew every single word to every single song. Anyway, I'm advising you go see Boys to Men. It's a great show, great entertainment, and they were always great. But now they got a whole Motown thing going on, and they're funny. and very nice. And I know I couldn't get the picture to you soon enough.
Did you get a?
But I did get
Atta girl.
This is
nice.
a picture of, yes.
Oh, you guys are right there.
And I hugged them. Yeah, can you see it?
Did you get to go backstage and all?
All right. Well, we had a VIP meeting with them.
How did you do that? Why don't you teach me how to do that?
I will. I'll show you how to do that. And I actually talked to their manager, Scott. You'd be very proud of me.
And he said,
and
"Get the
their
hell out."
PR company about having them on as guests. So
All three of them?
well, yeah.
I like Bev.
That's
wrong
not
group.
That's not the same group.
Shit.
Scott.
Give me a name, somebody.
I'm trying to keep control of this
I like
crazy.
boys. Wait a minute, that's not
Crazy
right.
chick. What did you say? I like boys.
I like two.
I like boys. All right. Well.
I think there's,
I almost said
gluten
something.
in my drink,
but
and the gluten is.
I have totally lost control. I'm supposed to be the host of the show. Can I tell you some other things?
Yes.
I also went to a movie with my husband and our friend Bill Fain, and we went to see. Have you seen any good movies lately?
Not
that's
one.
a shame. I went to see one. I went to see The Incredible Burt Wonderstar, starring Steve
Wonderstone?
Carell. Whatever, it doesn't matter.
You're right. You're right.
Steve Carell, Jim
Didn't matter to
Carrey.
anybody else, and nobody watched the damn thing.
Am I in this show at all? You know what was interesting was it was all filmed here in Las Vegas,
Yeah.
and it's all about the magicians. So there were characters that could have been based loosely on some of our headliners here in town, like David Copperfield. Yes. And give me another one. Siegfried and Roy. And who else? I can't think of who else. but
Chris
it was-
Angel.
Oh, Chris Angel. Think about it. Feel it. It's gone. Okay, all right. I am totally moving on from this. I'm just recommending that is a great movie.
It got crushed
It was a
by the
fun,
critics.
light movie, and I enjoyed my gluten-free popcorn. All right. Do I have anything else to talk about? Oh, hey, Scott.
Yes.
Sometimes, even
What?
though this is our show and we're usually having the guests, sometimes.
Doesn't feel like our show. Feels like your show.
Well, I mean, our show here on the Vegas Video Network
okay.
that you
Thank
created.
you.
But the truth is, I was a guest on another show.
What?
Yes.
Whose show?
I cheated on us.
Why would you do that?
Well, because it's good promotion for our show as well.
Who was
but
it?
The new host, she's starting back a show that she did for about 10 years. The show is called Las Vegas Homes, and not Homes, Holmes.
Oh, that would
But
have been
Homes. Las Vegas Homes with Lark Williams.
And
it's
Lark Williams?
Lark Williams.
Isn't
Now,
she-
you know who that is.
She owes me money.
No, she doesn't. Well, maybe she does. All I know is she's gorgeous and talented and was one of the top DJs here in Las Vegas for over 20 years. And a good friend of mine, she came and interviewed me at our home and talked about the business and about our neighborhood and all that great stuff. And it's going to be on this Saturday at 6:30 a.m. on Fox 5.
6:30 a.m.
That's right.
I'm always ready for a 6:30 a.m. show.
Well, you should do what we do and DVR the show. And then Sunday, so that's on Fox 5. And then Sunday, it's on 9:30 on, I can't read it, Jerry, but it's My LV TV
Oh, yeah,
Channel 12.
Yeah.
My LV TV Channel 12. Good luck, Lark. She's going to be great, and it's a wonderful show, and I wish her all
Did
the
you, can I ask a
success
question?
in the world. Pardon me?
Did you pitch the network?
Of course I did, Scott.
How many times?
Probably twice. Probably. Anyway, I've talked so much and enjoyed getting to know the psyche of Scott Whitney, but
You have no idea.
No, I really don't. But what I'd like to know is more about our guest that is on the show today.
She's schizophrenic as well.
She is a phenomenal singer, actress, songwriter, and she's traveling with Smokey Robinson right now, and she's got all kinds of things coming up. So we'll be right back on Talktails with Serena Henry.
This is David Ivey from Pub Crawl. It's funny because it's David from. You should just leave it on. Hi, I'm David Ivey from Pub Crawl, and you're watching the Vegas Video Network. And scene.
Talktails. I'm your host, Kelly Clinton-Holmes, and I'm so excited to welcome our guest today, a beautiful, talented lady, one of the greatest singers in the whole world. I'm her biggest fan. Currently traveling with Smokey Robinson, got all kinds of projects coming up. Please welcome Miss Serena Henry.
Hello.
Hi.
Finally.
Finally, you're here. I've been trying to get you on the show for months, but you've been all over the world, and you just got back from
My house.
Oh, so you've been in town for a while. But you travel often with Smokey, right?
I do, yes. We average maybe a few times out of the month where we're gone. So it's a pretty consistent tour.
How long have you been working with Smokey?
8 years now.
Working with Smokey.
Working with Smokey.
8 years.
8 years. It'll be 8 years in April.
Oh my goodness. And do you get featured in the show as well?
Not really, but I happen to sneak in a few ad-libs here and there.
Well, he's lucky to have you.
Oh, thank you.
And he wasn't the first person to acknowledge your great talent. You started when you were, I don't know, 8 or 10 years old?
8 in the business, and I started with Gladys when I was 11.
Now, when you say Gladys, you mean the Gladys?
The Gladys. The
Gladys
one and only.
Knight?
Gladys Knight, yes.
And the Pips?
Yes, and the Pips.
And you were 10 years old?
11.
11 years old. How did this come about? How did she hear you at singing?
Long story that I'm going to try to shorten a bit. Well, you know, because we're both Jersey girls, but
yes.
for those of you who don't know, I'm from Jersey. I was living in Jersey City at the time, and my mother, who's also my manager, who we all know and love.
Gem.
Gem.
Gem is a gem.
And yes, she is a gem. We traveled down to Atlantic City, which was about 2 hours away from my home, and we wanted to see Gladys' show with the whole purpose and intent of getting backstage somehow. I don't know how we were going to do it, but if you know my mom, she's quite the talker.
Oh, yeah.
And the pistol, and she will get through any door or any window
She's
or any
better than
little
Kris
crevice.
Kardashian. She's more powerful. So how did she knock that door down?
Well, we watched the show, and it was awesome, and it happened to be Gladys's birthday that day, so I kind of had in mind that I was going to sing to her.
You see, that's the kind of, you had like almost a premonition.
I
right?
did. I said, we're going to get backstage. Well, this is the premonition my mom embedded into my head. We're going to get backstage. You're going to sing that song, and whatever's going to happen is going to happen. We happened to get backstage. I sang my song to her.
Wait a minute. You happened to get backstage and sing your song. How did you get backstage?
Well, her brother, Merrill Bubba Knight Jr., who was on your
Bubba,
show.
our first guest here on Talktails.
Hi, Uncle Bub. Love you.
Hi, Bubba. Woo-hoo. Okay, go ahead.
You know, we're in the audience, and no one is there. I mean, the whole place is cleared out, and it's just my mother and I, and Bubba comes out, and he's like, what are you guys doing here? My mom said, we want to see Gladys. I'm sure everybody has said that.
Sure.
And he said, okay, well, let me go back there and see. And he did, and she approved. I came back there with my mom, and I said, Gladys, I know it's your birthday today, but I want to sing you a song as a gift. And she said, okay. And I did.
Was that your idea, that part about singing happy birthday to her?
I didn't sing happy birthday to her, funny enough. I sang one of my favorite gospel songs, His Eyes is on a Sparrow. I don't know why I picked that song, but it spoke to her.
How does that go?
Why should I feel so discouraged? Tell me why should the shadows come? And then it goes on and on and on and on.
Just beautiful. All right, so Gladys.
I was much younger then, and I had a list
10.
then.
You did?
When I sang to her, so I mean, I'm sure I was
Endearing.
spraying. Yeah,
Spraying Gladys Knight.
spraying, not singing.
So what was her reaction? She just fell in love with you.
I guess so. Yes. I guess so. We left. We gave her our number. A month later, she calls my mom, and she says she's starting up this national tour, and she wants to take me on as a special guest. And my mom said, these were her exact words, what time does the plane leave?
How great is that?
And I was on the road with her for almost 5 years.
It's the build it and they will come kind of
Yes.
thing. You guys made that happen.
Yes,
you
we
willed
did.
it to happen.
We did.
So this relationship went on for many years.
For many years, to this day.
To this day.
To this day.
So you would travel and be her special guest.
Yes.
And so you didn't sing background.
No.
For her.
No. I had my own 7
Segment.
to 10 minute spot in the
Wow.
show. She'd come out. she'd sing a song, I'd finish it, I'd go into another song, and then we'd come out and we'd do a duet together. It was probably one of the best times.
What did you sing with her?
Oh boy, the songs changed over the years, but my favorite song that we sung together, it was a medley of I Believe I Can Fly by R. Kelly and Because You Love Me by Celine Dion. And if you know Gladys, she's brilliant at arrangements. I mean, the things that goes on in her head, you know, with putting songs together, lyrically, melodically. And that was our closer for my segment and won the audience over every single night.
That's huge. I mean, I don't know if you know this, but I am the biggest Gladys Knight fan in the world.
You and me both.
You know,
so
both. I mean, as a little girl, you. In fact, I got to meet her, and she actually called security on me. I was just like, anyway. But so you were a fan at 10 years old.
Die-hard fan.
You understood
Die-hard
how
fan.
special she was.
I understood how special she was and how special and important her music was. And
Oh, yeah.
I mean, when I first heard her voice, even if I didn't understand the words, just her voice resonated in my spirit, and I was like, that girl can sing.
Yeah, she just gets right into your heart.
Yeah, she does.
She makes me weep. But and you know, you have that gift too. You have that very special thing that happens because I've had the opportunity to work with you, or
Which we have so much fun doing.
We always have fun because we're both crazy. Imagine if Scott was there. But anyway, listen.
Scott, can we get you on a show?
I think he'd say yes. I think he left, actually. He did, he left. He left. He went to his therapy session. Therapy. All right, anyway, back to the show. Too late, you missed your window. But, so there you are. Were you ever on stage singing with Gladys and just pinch yourself and say?
Absolutely. To this day, and I've been in the business 22 years, and I'm still pinching myself because I've been afforded so many wonderful opportunities that only come once around. But I've been blessed enough to work with two legends.
Yes.
And I'm still pinching myself
Working
to this
with
day.
Smokey Robinson.
Yes.
Yes. It's got to be so exciting and validating.
Yes.
As well.
Yes.
Because they don't work with just anybody. You know, they've heard the best. They've worked with the best. So, for them to say, "Come with us and let me share my stage with you,"
I'm like, I'll just carry your bag. I don't even need to sing on your stage. Just let me carry your bag. I wish I can bottle all the moments that I've shared with each of them, you know, on a personal level and just on stage. And there are moments that are priceless. There's too many stories to even recount, but each moment with them has been amazing.
Oh, it's just so special, and so are you. And I know I think we have a live chat question. But I want to talk to you about growing up here in Las Vegas and the school you went to. Who do we have on the line, Scott? We have a live chat question for Serena?
We have a live audience question.
Ooh.
Oh, a live audience.
La la.
Right.
Okay.
They want to know, by the way, the person who asked me, amazingly handsome.
Oh, I think I know who this is.
It's me.
I was wrong.
What's
but
that?
Anyway, I mean, my guess was
Take
wrong.
us out, Jacob. Take us out. Take us to
No,
break,
my
Jacob.
guess was wrong. My guess was wrong.
what's
You
the
were my
difference?
second guess.
What was the difference between playing with Smokey versus Gladys?
Ooh, very, very good question. And I've gotten
my
this
question.
question before. When I was with Gladys, I was 11, and I was just trying to find my foot as a singer and as an entertainer. I felt then I was just a singer, you know, where I just got on the stage and grabbed my mic and I sang the song, but I didn't deliver it. Being with Gladys taught me how to deliver a song and how to keep the audience in the palm of your hand and to really milk them and just enjoy that moment.
Right.
Being with Smokey now, it's different because, you know, I'm in my 30s now, and it's just, it's a different time, but equally important to what I've gone through in my career. And this, I mean, the man has been in the business 50 years, and the stories that he tells, and I just love watching him perform. I just love it.
Well, I mean, first of all, when I think of what you're speaking of is telling the story.
Right.
And that's connecting with the audience.
Absolutely.
Through sharing such a personal part of yourself.
Which was scary for me.
That's what they do.
I did not, it took me a long time to talk to the audience and to tell a story, and I almost didn't know what to talk about. And then somebody just said, just be yourself.
Yeah.
Talk about you.
Absolutely.
I said, no one wants to hear that.
No, they do. They do. That's what they feel like they're really in on something. They feel like they're getting to know you, and that's when they start to relate to you.
And now it's easy. You can't get me to shut up.
I know. I've worked with you. No, I'm kidding. No, but she's completely free. That's the point. And you learned a lot of this from these really amazing people that you worked with. But you also went to a school here in Las Vegas.
I did. I went to a performing arts high school called Las Vegas Academy, which is still around today. Great, great school. I feel like that school taught me, I was in classical choir, which was really different for me. You know, I grew up listening to gospel and jazz and, you know, soulful R&B, and then I got thrown into this classical choir where we're singing in German and Latin, and I felt so out of place, but it was what I needed.
Exactly.
It was totally, because I feel like it made me a better singer and a better artist, and it opened my ears and my eyes to new music.
Absolutely.
Yes.
It gives you more tools, more understanding.
It did.
And it's true, we tend to go to our comfort zone.
Yes.
What we already know how to do very well.
Yes. So it was a needed challenge for me.
Absolutely. Do we have another live chat question, Scott?
We do. J.A. Hanley wants to know, has Serena ever sung with the best-looking man in this room, Clint Holmes?
Okay, so this time I was right. It's Clint Holmes. That was my first guess before Scott, but then it was going to be Scott. So have you ever worked with, first of all, you have a special friendship and connection to Clint Holmes?
I do. I don't ever call him Clint, and I'm going to share my little secret name for him. Sorry. But I call him Daddy-O, and I don't even know if he knows what Daddy-O means, but it just kind of means other daddy.
Yeah.
You know, Clint is kind of like a surrogate father, and I've known him, and his daughter's my best friend, and I've known the family for about 14, 15 years. I remember one night, Clint's leading singer.
You mean Daddy-O?
Yes, Daddy-O. Daddy-O.
Daddy-O's the lead singer.
His female lead singer in his show, she was going to be off for about a week, and out of all the singers he knew in Vegas and outside of Vegas and all the singers he can call, and he asked me to be a part of the show, and I was so grateful. It was my first time working with him, and it was probably one of the best experiences.
Now, you're still very young.
I was 16.
You're still young now.
I was
16?
16.
Oh, my goodness.
16.
Well, I know that he's a big fan of yours, and his daughter is your very best friend.
She is.
And did you meet at Las Vegas?
Yes, we met in high school, and we had this instant connection.
And
I didn't even know who her dad was.
See? So when you said, "Who's your daddy?" she's like, now you also were. I remember when I first met the family, and they told me all about you. Well, I knew who you were, but they said you were at the time doing a show. I know you. First of all, you're a 3-time winner at the Apollo.
I am.
What's the name of that evening? Because it's a big show. It's a big competition.
It's amateur night.
Okay, but it's evening at the Apollo.
Yes.
And you're a 3-time winner.
I am.
That's got to be the toughest audience in the world because we've witnessed it.
They are brutal. They give it to you straight.
So how did that all come about? When was that?
I auditioned like everyone else. I was 11.
Oh,
it was
goodness.
a few months before I met Gladys and went on the road with her. And back then, they didn't really judge the kid segment of the show. I won that show, and then they said, keep on coming back, and became a 3-time winner. Yeah, 3 times.
Another major validation, right? Because that could ruin you right there.
Yeah,
like
at 11,
time,
definitely.
Yeah, absolutely. The time that I sang at the Apollo, it was... Anyway, it wasn't that Apollo, but anyway, it was something else. But you also did a show called Fame.
I did.
Which was like an American Idol.
Yes.
Because I think of Fame, I think of the TV show and the movie.
Right.
This is the TV show competition.
Correct, which was hosted by Debbie Allen, and she was the brainchild behind the show and having it materialize. And it was a wonderful, wonderful experience also. I mean, I've had so many highlights.
You've done a lot.
I really, really have. And there's some that stick out more than others. It didn't even feel like a competition. We really, really became family on that show. That show was 10 years ago, and I still keep in touch with most of the people.
It was all about being a triple threat, right?
Yes, it was. Singing,
act.
dancing, personality.
And you were a big part of the show. You made it.
I was one of the top 4 finalists.
Yes. You're so great. I'm such a big
Thank
fan.
you.
Scott, I hear you snickering over there. And I want to know what's going on over there.
We finally found Serena's Facebook page.
Oh, I see. Okay.
We found her Facebook page.
yeah,
Just
we
wanted to
wanna-
pop it up real quick.
Now,
Is this it?
Oh, there we go.
No? Oh.
No, that's not Serena Henry. That's a white woman with a little small white infant.
Sorry. I think we've got it. Here we go.
All right, here we
real
go.
quick.
This
I'm sorry.
is
this it?
Serena
Hey?
Henry.
Oh, wait. Stand by.
That's not.
Wait a
is that
minute.
your, no.
No,
It's
that's
about
not me.
50 Serena Williams.
Why don't you
Henrys.
get back to us when one looks exactly like our
Okay.
friend Serena Henry? All right?
Looks exactly like what?
Look for the fro, Scott.
Well,
There's a fro involved.
That might help.
I'm looking for a. I
Or
can't
you
see.
guys keep looking, and I want to talk to you about. At one point, you were working with Smokey Robinson, and you were singing with Donnie and Marie.
I did.
So you were like headlining in 2 different places. And
I
how
was.
did that come about? That seems to be my big question. How did that come about?
I got referred through Jerry Lopez, our mutual
Jerry
friend.
Lopez. He
who
was
we-
our guest
Who
here.
we all love. I love Jerry.
Who doesn't love Jerry Lopez?
Who doesn't love Jerry
Santa Fe.
Lopez? Yes. Who
Monday
I'm going
nights-
to see tonight.
You're going to see?
I sure
You mean
am.
right after you come to the Bootlegger and sing a song at my open mic cabaret?
Which I've been to several times.
Absolutely. We've had some good times.
We have had some good times
Yes.
at the Bootlegger.
Yes, and you know what? Tonight I could really use you because I'm a little hoarse, and I could lip sync to you on the side and take all the credit for your big range.
Which you normally do.
Yeah, let's.
Sorry.
Can we try something like that right now?
We
But
could.
You have to leave the camera on me. Could you do a little Gladys Knight, a little like Midnight Train or something? Just leave the camera here, though. Okay.
Ooh, L.A. Ooh, too much for the man. He couldn't take it, so he's leaving the line.
No, over here, over here.
He's come to know.
No, over here. All right, that's not going to work. But thank you. That's my dream voice right there. So you worked with Donnie and Marie. You worked with Smokey Robinson. What haven't you done? What do you still aspire to do? You have your whole life ahead of you. You're songwriting, right?
Yes.
You're teaching.
I am teaching.
So what's your next move, Serena Henry?
Oh gosh, there's so much that I have yet to do, and I feel like I've done so much already. But I'm just, waiting for God to give me my next step. Whatever that is, I'm gonna ride it till the wheels fall off. I love
Ride it to the wheels fall
I sure am.
I love that.
I sure am. I love what I do, and wherever my next step is, that's where I'm supposed to be.
And you're sometimes working with your mom is
I
running
do.
an acting studio,
Yes,
right?
a modeling and acting academy.
Ah.
Yes.
And?
So sometimes I teach there.
So you're teaching acting or you're teaching singing?
Whatever they need me to do, I just kind of fill in the blanks there.
Okay, I'm going to throw something at you right
Oh,
now.
Lord.
If I could think of it, let me think. It's just coming to me right now. LeVar Burton. What does that mean to you?
That means
LeVar
reading
Burton.
Rainbow, which was one of my first acting jobs.
And it was on television.
It was on television. Do you guys
PBS?
remember Reading Rainbow?
Just say yes. Scott's still working on this.
And I think the ones that we should work with.
It's not LeVar Burton, is it?
No, she's not. He's talking about the website.
There
There
it
we
is.
go.
There we go.
Wow, who's that guy? That's not Smokey. That's not
that's
Clint
not,
Holmes.
that's not.
Is that Clint?
No. Wait, what's going on right there?
That's my love.
Your love. You found love.
I did find love unexpectedly. I did find
Tell
love.
us about your love.
Oh boy.
Did you meet him at the gym? It looks like he works out.
I probably should have met him at the gym, where I need to go right now. It's a long story how we met. He knows my sister and my brother-in-law, and it just kind of happened. It's just one of those
Yes,
things
exactly.
where right time, right place. It's like, why not?
You seem so happy.
I am happy.
And it just seems like everything in your life is going really well.
it is.
And
Thank you.
I really appreciate you coming to be our guest on Talktails today.
you.
And I can't wait to hear you sing. You said you would sing a song, and I won't lip sync.
Okay, I
will
was just going to ask that. It's just me this time, right?
It's just. I get that a lot. Clint says that a lot. Just me this time. All right, ladies and gentlemen, Miss Serena Henry with our
Thank you.
Talktails Orchestra,
Thank you,
Kenny
Kelly.
Davidson. There's a somebody I'm longing to see. Well, I hope that he turns out to be someone to watch over me. Whoa, 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 whoa. Well, I'm a little lamb who's lost in the woods. Well, I knew I could always be good to one who will watch over me. Serena Henry, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you for watching Talktails. We'll see you next time. Thank you, Kenny, and Scott, and Jacob, and Clint, and Kelly, and... Oh, laryngitis. Sing for me. Just sing for me. Sing us out, baby. Yeah. Oh, won't you tell